Not pig pickles. At this point, it's just like comedy of what goes wrong when we go live.
Comedy of errors, ladies and gentlemen. Comedy of errors.
Oh, I love it.
Wait, where everything goes wrong. My
But at least we have fun while doing it, you know? Oh.
bored with ourselves, if nothing else. We
Yes.
stand by our shenanigans.
Oh.
So
So today I'm wearing a sweatshirt and the pizza hoodie. I'm pulling double duty today. I'm over it. Summer. I hate summer, but it can't come soon enough. Like this is just horrendous. We have been below freezing for over a week. Um, this week we are supposed to hit the 30s. I think we're gonna hit like 34. Lucky us. Then we're gonna go back down. We're probably gonna be like negative again next weekend, I think. Um, yeah, and they said we're gonna have a colder than average February. I'm done with it. I'm done.
it's not good. It's not good.
No.
We had snow
I
yesterday.
know.
That is not okay. That's not all right. I'm moving closer to the equator. I've decided. I don't know if Dreadpool plans on coming with me. That's on him to decide. I know I can't do this again. I left snow behind for a reason. I choose not to deal with it. So I'm moving closer to the equator. I would rather
Yeah.
have more hurricanes. Thank you very kindly. I'll take my chances. Take my chances.
I always confuse the Carolinas. Oh, good. DJ just told us North Carolina. I always confuse North and South Carolina. I don't know why I can't keep them straight. 18 inches of snow in North Carolina. That's insane. That's absolutely insane for North Carolina to get that much snow.
Listen, I've been
Like,
hearing this crazy thing about exploding trees, and I'm pretty sure I never heard of that before. And again, I've been around snow before. I grew up with it and all that good stuff. I don't ever remember my mom telling us to like stay away from the trees; they might explode. Like, that's a new
I never
thing,
heard that
right?
either, too. Yes,
That's
I've
a new
never heard
thing.
that.
Okay, yeah. I can understand the science behind it. It makes complete and utter sense. I just don't remember it being a thing.
It is. And, like, yes, this winter sucks, but we've just been spoiled because we've had very mild winters the past few years. It's not like we've never gotten feet of snow. It's not like it's never been negative. It's not like we've never had weeks long stretches of it being freezing. I mean, all this has happened, just not in the past, few years. So how come we never heard of exploding trees before now? Like, I don't understand.
I'm confused as to how we missed out on exploding trees this whole time. And I've heard some people say it's because it's gotten colder in some areas than it has ever gotten cold before in the past. And in some of those areas, the trees have more water
Okay.
than other states, whatever, what have you. How true these things are, I don't know. And I also heard it has something to do with how cold it got so quick and it dropped in temperature so quick that the trees also didn't have time to really adjust to the temperature. So again, I'm not sure if all of these things are correct. I kind of understand the science behind it and it makes sense,
Okay, so
but
I have to Google this now because you just said that the trees don't have time to adjust. One of my employees told me one day something about how the grass like hibernates, and I thought he was like just messing with me. Um, but now I kind of wonder, like, do trees hibernate?
I don't know about trees. Grass does slow its growth during the
Okay,
season. It doesn't. That's why you don't have to mow your grass
yeah,
because it's not growing.
I see. I mean, it makes sense. Never once thought about it though. So it says they don't hibernate, but they do enter a state of dormancy. So it's similar to hibernation. So you slow your growth. Oh, geez, slow their growth and energy consumption to survive their cold months. And that makes sense though. Is did it get cold quickly that they weren't able to like fully enter this dormancy period?
I'm wondering if when they're going into this dormancy type period, if they're not drinking as much water or absorbing as much water as they normally would, and that's probably also too why they weren't exploding before. Because again, the whole idea of it getting cold really quickly and the water obviously being in the wood and it expanding could make it split, which the trees aren't actually like exploding, they're
Yeah.
splitting. Um, but it just raises the question of like, also I'm one of those people that wonders like, we have to cover our plants when it gets to a certain temperature, right? Because they'll,
Yep.
it'll kill the plants, right? We don't cover the grass, but the grass comes back every year. Why does the grass die? And not just one particular kind of grass. There's like a bunch of different kinds of grass. So how come they all can withstand it and come back from it? Hmm? But like your rose bush can't.
Yeah.
It's,
Because your rose bush is bougie. That's why.
I can't
Okay.
get a rose bush to grow. I've planted like 3 of them in front of my house, and I have gotten like maybe a total of 4 roses off of all of them. I hate rose bushes. No, thank you. Never again. I'm gonna put in a cactus or some shit.
Okay. I just like to publicly state that I'm a very nice wife. The space heater is underneath my desk because I found that like it traps the heat right on me. Harry just came downstairs because he's doing something with plates on his PlayStation. I don't know. So I'm going to move the space heater to share the warmth with him.
Forget that. Take it. Take
I'm
that.
going to I'm going to be nice.
Sorry, I have like the world's thickest socks on right now. They're like triple layered socks. I don't even know why I have them. I'm just so glad I do.
See, everyone missed it. You had the hoodie on before, you right? Because I always have my pizza one. You had a strawberry one on before. We
I
were
got a
toasty
strawberry.
together.
Yeah, and I would be wearing it, except it just messes with my background way too much for whatever
It brings
reason.
the skeletons out.
I'm gonna have to find somewhere to stick them. Other, it's somewhere else to put them. I can't set them at my dining room table, but I got to do something with them. Maybe I'll put my porch table out and set them all around the table out on the porch. I had the Wicked Witch of the West. Actually, I still do have her. She's now sitting in the chair in my room over here, though, off to the
Funny.
side. But originally, for quite a while, actually, for 2 or 3 years, she sat at our dining room table just every day for
She
dinner.
just ate dinner with you.
Mhm. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. We actually had to. We ended up moving her, and she's been in the same spot since. Because a friend's son came over and was terrified of her.
I was just gonna say, imagine like you have someone come over, you're like, oh, hold on, let me clean your chair off for you, and then you go pick up the witch.
I've done that. I have done that for like game nights and stuff. Yeah, I did
Yeah.
that before for that because it was like, okay, let me just go sit her on the couch for the time being. I mean, she's a full size prop. I don't. I mean, she's not really an animatronic, but
Yeah.
she has a voice box. She's kind of like a life size doll, I guess you could say. She's cool. It's nice to have at least that way. You never think we're alone. It's interesting though, because she was going off randomly for a while. Her batteries were not in. She was not plugged in.
Oh,
So she had no power to her whatsoever, and her voice box would just randomly go.
did she laugh? Did she talk? What does she
Yeah,
do?
she laughs, she talks, she says a few key phrases from the movie.
God.
The original Wizard of Oz. Of course, she does the "I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too." She does her laugh. Um, I think she said something about like "Fly, my pretties." You know, the scene where
Mhm.
she sends the monkeys out the window. She
Yep.
that line. And then there was something else. I can't remember what it is now. But yeah, nothing quite like hearing that laugh at like 3 in the morning when you know you're the only person in the house.
And you
Like,
know the thing has no batteries?
yeah, no, and Dreadful wonders how I can get startled so easily at
Yeah.
times. I just live in a freak show. No, I've had kids not want to come in because of the way our house is decorated. I actually had to tell one parent, one friend, I was like, "If your kid can't make it past the front door, I don't know what to tell you. I guess you guys
Yeah.
just won't be coming over. That's fine. We'll have to go somewhere else, but I'm not taking my stuff down for your kid to come over." Because
Yeah.
she launched into this whole, I have a crystal skull collection, and well, I have skull collection, period. And they're all over by my TV, my entertainment center and stuff, and scattered throughout the house. And she was like, "Oh well, you'll have to put those away." And I was like, "No."
No, I won't.
Like, "Well, he's really scared of," and she rattled off several things, and I was like, "Oh, werewolves, you say?" She was like, "Yeah, and zombies." I was like, "Well, I hate to tell you this, but your kid's not making it through my front door." She's like, "Why is that?" And I was like, "Well, I've got a zombie busting through the windows. I've got decals all over all my
Yeah.
windows, but I've got a zombie busting through the window. I've got a werewolf busting through the window. And if you look real closely at the side, Michael Myers is chilling, peeking out at you." So I was like, "I don't think your kid's making it through my front door." Like, and
That's
my
pretty.
grass doesn't really grow, so it looks like something from like a haunted house. So
Yeah.
like, I don't think your kid's gonna make it past my front yard. I don't. I
That's
don't.
pretty ballsy though to tell somebody like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to, put everything in your house away." It's one thing if you had like, let's say the only thing in your house was the witch. It'd be one thing to be like, "Can you put the witch in the other room?" Okay. But to redecorate your entire house, that's ballsy.
No, people are fairly interesting when they think you'll just be okay with whatever.
Yeah.
'Cause there's a lot of things I'm okay with doing to make someone comfortable in my house. You need a drink, you need food, is it too hot, too cold, whatever the case may be. I'm not changing my thermostat for you, but I'll get you a blanket or a fan or
Mhm.
whatever the case may be. Maybe some less clothing, I don't know. More clothes, whatever. Um, and I have moved decorations in my house. I moved Wicked Witch of the West. I've moved skeletons for people, not necessarily because it freaked them out, just because it was kind of weird for them. It was awkward for them. So they were like,
Yeah.
"Would you mind?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's fine. I was in the middle of putting them away anyway. You just happened to come over when I was pulling stuff to put away. Um, I don't do things fast. I don't care to. Taking my Halloween decorations in and out of my house, it's like a month-long process, so you
Yeah.
can see things just in random spots for a month, and that's I mean, hell, I got skeletons behind me. It's fine. Um, but yeah, asking me to take things off of my entertainment center and my walls and my windows and things, I'm drawing the line there.
Yeah.
I've I've moved things out of reach for kids. Like, I won't even I'm gonna be I'm probably going to cause a controversy. I don't childproof my house for people. I will not childproof my house for anyone. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. I don't care about your kid enough. Let me rephrase that. That sounds mean. I don't have enough patience to care enough to childproof my
Well,
house. My
unless
kid I didn't childproof my house for my kid. I
I
don't
mean,
think I should
unless
have
you're,
to
like,
childproof it for someone
babysitting the
else.
kid, why would you childproof your house?
I don't I don't
You
do
know?
that either though. I will not watch a kid in my house if I have to childproof my house.
Yeah.
It's just
But
the way
right,
I am.
but I could see, like, if, like, let's say you're running, like, an in-home babysitting and you got kids, like, okay, yeah, you might childproof the house, but why else would you do that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, people just assume if you'll allow them to bring a small child over, you'll childproof their house, and it's like, and I've had to explain to people, listen, I never childproofed my house for my kid. I just raised her not to touch random things. Everything was no. In fact, I got that complaint from somebody one time is that you say no to her an awful lot. And it's like, well, no kidding, duh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Am I not supposed to say no? Am
Uh,
I supposed to say yes to everything? Or, oh, I don't do gentle parenting to an extent. I will absolutely flip my mind and yell. I have used the lines of, do not make me. I dare you, see what happens. Try it. I dare you. But, yeah, no, I never childproof, so I'm not childproofing for somebody else's kid. If I'm babysitting, and I do babysit for people every once in a while, I'll watch their kid at their house if they have to have, if things need to be childproof.
yeah.
Just because, like I said, what little bit of childproofing I did do when Tiny Giant was little has pretty much all been reversed since then.
Yeah.
And my childproofing wasn't anywhere near the normal standards for most people. Like, I didn't put pads on corners of anything. I literally just got rid of the coffee table. It was everyone has that stupid everyone has that stupid coffee table with the glass in the middle of it and the wood frame on the outside and the sharp as hell corners and the little shelf underneath that's like almost wicker but not quite. Everybody's had one. Yeah, I just got rid of it. I was like, we don't need a coffee table. We got get rid of it. Get rid of it. We got end tables. It's fine. So, and I moved my DVDs from the bottom shelves to top shelves. That was it, and my DVDs have all since moved back since then 'cause, she likes to get into the video games, so
Yeah.
and like I said, everything's just, yeah, no.
See, one more reason I just don't invite people to my house.
It's
No
a
one
very good
expects me to
reason.
do anything.
It is a very good reason. I mean, well, that's why I've warned people if they didn't know, I'll tell them, like, "You're more than welcome to bring the kid, but I'm warning you right now, I'm not responsible for anything, and my house is not child friendly." I have I've actually told someone not to bring their kids over because their kids were little, like 1 and 2, and I was like, "Do not bring your kids to my house. I'm really sorry, but do not bring your kids to my house. It is absolutely not child free." I have Polly Pockets in my house and tiny Legos,
Yeah.
and, no, I have those mini verse things that no, 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 and aside from that, I have a medicine cabinet that's reachable. No thanks. Thanks, but no thanks.
The last person who was at our house was Frank, and I forced him to hold our cats and to sniff our cats. I hope it was enjoyable for me. I hope it was enjoyable for him. The cats enjoyed it. I'll tell you that much.
That's hilarious.
Mhm.
That's too funny. I haven't had anybody over in a while, thank God. I always have to do I don't know if you do it, I usually do that whole excuse the mess. I always apologize for the messy even if I just clean the house, it's like, "Excuse the mess." I don't know why. A few years ago, I stopped doing it though, and instead of saying like "pardon the mess," I'm just like "enjoy the mess. This is what it is. This is how we live. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you."
It is, my house is messy, so if you've been to my house, it's because you're a good enough friend that, like, I'm okay that you know that it's messy.
I have had toys on my floor for 13 years almost.
Frank
It,
Frank
and I gave
said
up.
Frank said I will always pet and sniff animals. I don't mind.
Mom just got a new dog. Mom was
Oh,
looking for a new dog. Her dog, we had to put him down, unfortunately. a couple months ago, and she was toying with the idea 'cause she's always had one. She's always had dogs,
Mhm.
and she had gotten one uh, earlier in the week, and it was a 15-month-old dog. Um, Not the breed it was supposed to be, and it was definitely genetically flawed. Seriously, genetically flawed.
Okay.
I've not seen it. I'm not real familiar with Cane Caruso's. That's what it was. Supposedly, this is what this dog was supposed to be. Is a Cane Caruso. Um, the really big dogs. I know that for sure. I know a little bit. I just don't know a whole lot. I never owned one. I never got into looking at them or anything like that. So I only know a little bit. The dog that she ended up getting at first, this King Caruso, it looked like it was gonna end up with, like, hip dysplasia. The hips looked wrong on it. It was pigeon-toed. It did not walk on its feet properly. There was something wrong with its instep. I don't know what was going on there, but I know something was wrong, and, it had a sway back, which I didn't even know dogs I only thought horses did that and pigs. I only thought those 2 animals and cows. Basically farm animals. I thought farm animals did it, not dogs. Um, and the dog was not trained at all other than a kennel. And, unfortunately, it got aggressive with me first, and we weren't quite sure if it was actually getting aggressive or if it was just playing. It is
Yeah.
a puppy, so we weren't sure if it was just trying to play or if it was actually getting aggressive. It came out of nowhere. I was just petting the dog like it wanted me to. It came over and wanted me to pet it, so that's what I was doing. And it just turned around and tried to bite at me. And obviously, the dog wasn't trying to bite me because it was a giant dog that weighs like 120 pounds. It could have easily have eaten me.
Yeah.
And but then it actually growled and lunged at mom while she was eating.
Mm.
I went, food aggression is not something we're doing at my age. I'm too old to be breaking a dog of this from this size, so
Yeah.
she had to give it back to the guy. Apparently, he was the 5th person he tried to give the dog to,
So he's
and I
just trying to
went,
offload this dog on anybody.
"That's what
See
I
who
said."
just
I was
it
like,
sticks with.
"That seems really," after she told me, because she didn't know about that either until she got
Yeah.
back. And there were a few other instances with this dog that made me went, "This is really shady. I don't know if I like this dog here." I try to obviously, I like animals, I wanna give every animal a chance, but when it comes to safety, I'm at a certain age, you're
Yeah.
too old to be dealing with anything over 50 pounds at a lunge at you, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, it's just it is what it is. And, yeah, that dog made me nervous. She brought back, and when she said that, yeah, she'd been, like, down the list of people that brought him back, I was like, "Oh, that seems real copacetic. That's
Yeah.
so above the board. This guy's a great person, I'm sure." I feel like he probably shouldn't have dogs.
Yeah.
'Cause he even apparently made the comment too that he would have bred it if its balls had descended. That was another issue, a genetic flaw with this dog. Its balls never descended. And he would have kept the dog to breed it if its balls had descended. Now, mind you, I'd already said this dog looked like it was gonna have hip dysplasia
Yeah, all
and
the things you said that were wrong with
pigeon
the
toed
dog would
way
pass it
back.
right on.
Yeah, I went, "Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Perfect dog to breed, I'm sure." Some shouldn't have kids, some dogs shouldn't be allowed to breed.
Yeah.
Genetic flaws, it's just unfair to the animal. So, but anyway, get a different one this time. This one is, Pit, and he's much better behaved.
Okay.
He's been there for 2 days already, and he's cuddled and happy and shown
Aw.
no aggression whatsoever, so I'm gonna go over tomorrow and bother him and see what happens. I do it because all the kids and stuff, we can't take the
Yeah.
chance with the kids, so you have an adult come over that's not familiar to the dog, and Deal
Yeah,
with
see
it.
what
Deal with
happens.
it.
Yeah.
Nice. I got health insurance. It'll be fine. Fine. Be all right.
Makes sense though to have an adult do it, not just like throw a little your 5-year-old nephew or whoever. Like, yeah, why don't you go over there, smack that dog in the butt? Let's see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, it's helpful to have someone around who has clues what they're doing with animals in general, because that way, yeah, you think about these things of, let's put this dog's nerves and attitude to the test. Let's see what we can get away with before the dog gets a little aggression.
Yeah.
See how far we can push it before the dog tries to do something. Oftentimes, most dogs are very calm and I mean, my dog, I've got him trained. I've with him because he was around with my daughter when she was a baby.
Mhm.
I made sure he was absolutely not aggressive for food and just
Yeah.
not aggressive in general. You can pull his tail, you can pull his ears, you can rip at his fur. Yeah, it'll hurt him and he'll whine. He won't snap at you. He'll just
Yeah.
growl and try to run away. Food, you can take the food right out of his mouth. Anybody, he don't care. He just looks at you like, "You gonna give me something better, or
Yeah.
what's up with that?" And I feel like that's how dogs should be around most people, period.
Yeah.
Properly, people should take care of their animals in general, and a lot of people don't. They're lazy and don't know what they're doing.
Mhm. I'm so tired because we went yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Was the Royal Rumble. Frank came over. We were supposed to watch it at like 2 in the afternoon, but then Perry Store got like super busy. We were busy for like hours, so we didn't. By the time we watched the Rumble, it was late. Then I don't know him and Frank. I don't know what they were doing. They're doing something with Game Cubes. I just said I'm cold. I need the blanket, and I sat there. I put my feet up on the other chair. I totally fell asleep. And then Frank finally was like, I have to go home. So Perry was going to stay and do stuff. So Frank dropped me off at home. Both of us, it was so cold. We were like running to the car. Then he pulled in my driveway. I didn't want to get out of the car because I was like, I have to walk like, 25 feet to the house. And I didn't want to do it. I was like, I have to get out. But I'm like, still tired. I'm still tired from yesterday. This is like how old I am. It's pathetic. I stayed up late one night and I'm ruined.
You didn't nap? You should have napped.
No, so then today, this is like Perry Store. I mean, it's good. It's a good problem to have. Um, we open at 1:59. Somebody's already there, and again, we were just busy the entire time today. I didn't get a chance to just relax. Like I said, I mean, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, everybody needs games and stuff for
Yeah.
the snow, staying inside. I mean, it makes sense. I didn't want to leave my house. I was upset because one of the few options I have for like grocery store delivery, aside from like, using like Uber Eat or Uber or something like that,
Mhm.
Walmart delivery, and I don't buy milk from Walmart. I don't
No.
like buying milk products from Walmart. Let me be
Yeah.
more specific. I do not like buying milk products from Walmart. I'm very particular about it. I've had an incident in the past, multiple incidents in the past from Walmart, and they're
Yeah.
terrible, terrible. Oh my God, let there be light! The heavens are shining.
Okay, can I tell you, Perry, it's just funny because Perry is a magnet for this light. It does not matter where I move the little like it's got that little thing in the middle of the cord that you like flip back and forth. It doesn't matter where I put it. If he walks by, he's gonna step on it. Like it's impressive. I will like shove it like there's things on top of it. Somehow he's walking by and his feet just like kick things out of the way just so he can step on that. Like I'm telling you, he's a magnet for it. It's just funny at this point.
Oh, it's too funny.
Yeah.
All right, Dreadpool managed to break my ring light. I don't even know how because it just stopped turning on. It was fine one day, and the next day it turned on by itself,
Yeah.
and then we couldn't turn it on at all. What did you do to the light? We don't know. I'll replace it someday,
Yeah.
eventually. Who cares? It's
What I need to do is I need to finish. Okay, so the area that I sit in, one half of our basement is set up for like a man cave type area. We got the movie posters on the wall. We got the seating. He's got his TV and consoles and everything, computer, all that set up. My area is I like to do crafty things also. So I have my desk. I have two desks. I have all this craft stuff. When we rearranged, I packed everything. Well, I half-ass packed it. I never like fully set it up. I have to finish setting it up because then I can plug the light in like on the other side where the only person no one would walk. It would just be me, but it would be like right along the edge of my other desk. Really, that's what I have to do. And every year I say, this is the year I'm gonna organize my craft stuff. We're on year 3 of me saying that. So we'll see.
like
2026, maybe this will be the year.
I feel like we have more apocalyptic events going on, like historical events. Did organizing can wait. Organizing can wait. Let's just
Yeah.
watch what's going on, because I swear to God, more things. Every time I turn around, I keep hearing more things, and I'm just like, I don't remember having any of these things on my bingo card. I don't remember. I thought I could have sworn we collectively decided we were done having a historical year. We've had one for way
No.
too long, multiple years in a row. I
And we
want a
just started
normal year.
February. We
I
got a
want a
lot of
boring
2026. I
year.
know.
I want a year of nothing. Nothing changed.
Okay, well,
Nothing.
so we all know I've been talking about it. I'm going on my cruise next week. A week from today, actually. A week from today. But last cruise I went on was February of 2020. And it was mid-February. So, yeah, a month after I went on a cruise, we all know what happened. The world shut down. Or at least the US shut down. So, let's hope that I'm not jinxing everybody. Let's hope that nothing happens in March. But I'm just putting you on notice that that's what happened last time.
I'm gonna
Just
hold on. I'm
prepare
gonna turn
now.
this off while I say this, because I don't want anyone to hate me for it. There's a new virus making the rounds.
Oh yeah, leave me on the screen when you say it, so everyone thinks I'm. This is not my voice. This is not my voice. I'm not speaking.
Oh, we're screwed.
I know. I did see those articles, and I purposely did not click on them. I don't want to know. I'm just gonna. I don't want to know.
Honestly, I the only thought I have about it is, can we not close the world down this time? Can we not? Because regardless of how you felt about people's preventative measures or not, I feel like closing the world down was the most useless activity out of all of it, because the few people that were still running around, I saw them doing a whole lot of this, like touching their phones, right? Touching their faces, touching everything around them. And then after they'd put their mask on, then we're sanitizing the hands. After we've touched our phones, the handle, the keys, the
Well,
wallet, the drink, the straw, my note. Like, what are you?
well, that's
Let's
why I
not shut
think
down the world.
the biggest lesson that we all should have learned from the
Wash
past
your
5 years.
hands.
Yeah, wash your damn hands because you were all disgusting. Wash your hands. Okay. First of all, we should all be washing our hands after you go to the bathroom. Looking at you, men. Okay. Women, some women do it too, and they're gross.
Women that do too, I've seen it. It's
Okay, they're
nasty.
like
They need
doubly
help.
gross. Okay,
They need
but
Jesus.
men more than women. Looking at you, wash your damn hands after the bathroom. We should all be doing that. I don't know why no one's not doing it. But really, you can wash your hands other than the bathroom. You are allowed to wash your hands at other points throughout the day, and you probably should.
Yeah, no, I wash my
Just
hands way
saying.
too often, probably. I wash them a lot. I like touch anything and I'm like, let me go wash my hands. I did that even before everything, though.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a germophobic to an extent. I've seen people do nasty things and then touch things. So
Yes.
I'm like, I'm gonna wash my hands, because even if I'm not touching or shaking their hand, they might have touched the doorknob I've got to use, or you know what I mean? Like,
Okay, can I
no,
tell you, this has nothing to do with any of that. This is something really funny. When you said about shaking hands, I have always hated shaking hands. Always. Then when all of that happened, I was like, thank God, now's my chance to just tell people I'm not a handshaker. Now it's like acceptable for me to just be blunt and say it. Well, I still do because now people are back to shaking hands, still hate it, and I still tell people, like, no, please, we're done. Like, so then one of my employees, he's worked with me for like 2 years, and it came out the other day that he said, I will never forget when you interviewed me. He's like, I came in and he shook the other guy who was doing the interview, shook his hand. He puts his hand out to shake my hand, and and he claims that I said, no, I don't shake hands. And I was thinking, well, okay, I didn't quite say it like that. And I was like, mean? Um, and then he was just thinking, okay. And he goes, honestly, I just thought you were a big bitch. And I'm like, okay, I love it. And I absolutely love that. Like, this is coming out now. Like, now you're spilling the beans. I love it so much.
too
So then
funny.
it got me thinking, like, oh my God, is everyone else thinking that I'm a huge bitch? Because, like, at work, people try to shake my hand, and I straight up say, sorry, I'm not a handshaker. I hope that, like, though I don't know, maybe if I had the reputation, maybe it's not the end of the world. But now I wonder, what are
Really,
people thinking?
tap elbows, tap elbows.
I just,
Yeah, I mean, people. Uh,
there's no need to
listen,
touch me, is really what it comes down to. There is zero need for any of you to touch me. Stop. I like, we can wave, we could say hello, like we made eye contact. We
yeah.
don't need to touch.
Most of the time, it's really hot here, and everything sweats.
Yeah.
And there is nothing grosser than someone reaching out a sweat covered, dirt
Oh,
covered hand to be like, "Oh, hey." It's like, I've actually
yeah.
I've done like that Proceed Princess thing you've seen in, like, movies where they go to shake my hand and I literally, like, give them like, my fingertips and do like this, like, "Nice to meet you."
Yeah.
Like, just touch, kiss the ring, bow and kiss the
I'm,
ring.
I'm telling you, I just tell people that it happened last week. These people came for training, and I'm the boss, so of course they all want to talk to me, and they were like, we're all ready for handshakes, and I was just like, no, I'm not a handshaker. Like,
That's
nope.
why I love doing Halloween though, because around Halloween, for whatever reason, every year when I'm doing my trails, I'll always have a bunch of people wanna high five me and shake my hand and, "Oh, give me daps," and, all the I always look at them. I love it. "Ew, no, disgusting, yeah, vile, disgusting." So I wish I could say it all year, honestly, because that's
Would
kind
be amazing.
of the most part, just like, "Ugh, no, vile."
Yeah, exactly. Because that's really what it is. Because you know, these people, like you said, their hands are sweaty, their hands are dirty. You know that the dude just went to the bathroom and you didn't hear the faucet run. They just pumped gas, and the gas pumps are cleaned. They're cleaned the day they're installed, and they're never touched again. Right? Um,
I need a man to probably walk me through the thought. I never actually thought of that until just now. I need someone to walk me through the thought process of touching your junk. Let's be realistic. You're grabbing a hold of your Peter, shaking it at least when you're done, right? And you don't wash your hands, bro?
I
What?
because I've
Dude,
okay,
how is that not gross?
I've heard people say it, and they're like, well, it's clean. That's their logic, is it's clean. I
Like,
don't care. It's still your junk. You need to wash your hands. I don't care.
I feel like no, that's not right. That's so
And
like, listen, that's definitely not clean. Y'all don't even wipe it. Let's be realistic with it. You're letting it drip dry, swing it in a couple of, you don't even let it drip dry. You let it drip for a second, swing it around, and then put it back. Bro, your drawers smell like piss, and we all know it.
and especially in Florida, you're sweating.
The swass stinks. Swass stinks.
See, Dreadpool's smart. He washes before and after. See, he doesn't want to get his junk dirty, so he washes
The
before.
reasons I married him. Trust me, we've had that discussion. We are the weirdos that Yeah, no, there are certain
Oh,
times where if we're out doing stuff and like if we're out working, hell yeah, you wash your hands before you go to the bathroom. I don't want to touch my genitals with dirty hands. That's supposed to be clean. The last thing I'm trying to do is touch toilet paper with dirt. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that should be a common thing for most people. If you're out in a club and you're touching a whole bunch of germy, nasty things, like, you know that, like, herpes from the mouth can be transferred to like herpes of like genital herpes or genital warts, how whatever you want to call it. But like, hmm,
the club is a
warts
walking
live on
petri
your
dish.
hands, man.
Yeah. Ben and Dave said I heard something similar, but it was more I wash them before I piss because I don't know what's been on those door handles.
Pretty much, yes, 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 yes.
See,
That's
yes,
exactly it.
and Talos uses paper to open doors. That's
Hell
one thing I
yeah,
do like that
I
places
do
have
that too.
started putting a garbage can near the door, which is smart because then, because I do too, you take the paper, you open the handle, and then the garbage can is right by the door. You can throw it away.
A lot of the
Beautiful.
newer buildings, though, are making it to where the bathroom doors swing out when you exit, so
So
you
you
don't
hit
even have to
people.
touch them. And they put a metal plate on the bottom, so you just kick that fucker, boom, and step through. I love doing that. I'll
Yeah,
kick it in like I'm the cops serving a warrant. Boom, I'm here.
yeah, and then grandma's just happen to be walking in the hallway, and you pound her with the door, and she
She'll
falls
be
over and
fine.
breaks a hip.
She'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Oh.
She'll be grateful that I'm not touching the dirty handle with my freshly clean hands and then going to touch the table on the bread on the table for everybody
Yeah,
with the okay.
and now her face is scraping along the floor because you knocked her over.
She's old. She'll be all right. It's not like she needed your beauty anyway.
Oh. I think that's number one lesson though is wash your hands. Wash your damn hands. Okay. Smelly fingers.
Oh,
Okay, so a week from today is the Super Bowl. You will appreciate. My best friend was just texting me right before we were going live. Okay, and she said, um, she's like, "Did I tell you that my husband got me a fondue pot for Christmas?" Which she didn't, and I said, "Oh no, have you used it yet?" No, but I'm thinking of trying it on Super Bowl Sunday, so you will appreciate this. I think I'll do a cheese sauce and have stuff like pretzel bites, cocktail weenies. She's not totally sure yet, but you will appreciate that's what her inaugural fondue is going to be is cheese.
so I put blocks of cheese. Cheese with cheese. Trust me. You'll thank me later.
Wait, take a block of cheese and dip it in the cheese.
Hell yeah. You take a different kind of
I'm
fucking cheese.
texting her right now.
You take a different cheese that you like and you dip it in the fondue cheese. You can't have too much cheese. That's not a thing. Like saying you can have too much chocolate. You can't. Those people are lying.
Okay, I'm texting her, but I had to like set the stage for why I'm sending her this. Okay, so now I got. She said take a block of or like a square of cheese, right? Cube.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to eat a whole block of cheese, who am I to say not to? Do you, boo? If you can eat a whole block of cheese in one sit, do
Okay, I just sent her the message.
it.
See, DJ even knew who I was talking about. Amy's good. I actually I had to drive her home. Um, I had to help her out. So Friday I took a little road trip. And I drove her home to Pennsylvania. And their streets, like her neighborhood, man, those plow guys suck. I could not believe that a week after the storm, how much snow there was. And then there were like we drove by cars. I'm like, okay, those people aren't leaving a spring. Like I don't know why these people. I don't know why are you parking on the street during a storm. Like I don't know why they don't have alternate parking in effect or something. Um, but like who doesn't come clean their car off? you're really just going to leave it on the street covered in snow until it melts one day? I mean, I don't
I
know.
mean, I don't quite necessarily. I don't like the idea of street parking really at houses anyway. I find that bullshit on the builder's part.
Oh, I
And
agree.
unless the house is an antique and it's never and there's not enough property or not
But
enough
like,
yard.
thank God they have one car
Right.
because their driveway fits one car. So I think a lot of these people who street park, it's because all these driveways are single car driveways, which is insane to me, but whatever. Um,
Not only do I not have a single car driveway, I have multiple driveways. Ugh, with single car. What kind of person? Ugh, a travesty, peasants. They need that thing too, this money.
we go to the hospital in the rich area. That's like life pro tip. Go to the hospital in the rich area. Your care is a lot better. But we'll look at like how much the houses cost. These are like 1.3, $1.4 million houses over there. They have single car driveways. And every time we're driving around, I'm like, I can't believe people pay this much money to fit one car in their driveway and they got a street park. I'm paying over $1 million. I'm not parking on the damn street. No.
There was a neighborhood that is like that. I can't think of the name of it. It's a really, really nice neighborhood. It's gated and everything, and I'm talking like 10-foot brick walls type thing. And they have a security guard and all that. And yeah, the driveways are very narrow, and it always and the houses are fairly close together for what they pay,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean? And the extremities they've got in the neighborhood that that's theirs and theirs alone. It just seems the houses are very close together, and I've never understood why anybody would want a big, elaborate house close to neighbors like that. I mean, no, thank you. I don't want to
That's,
look over and see my neighbors. It's
that's what I'm
just
saying.
weird.
If I'm paying $1 million, oh man. Okay. I got to pull this up on the computer. You got to see what Perry just sent me.
Uh
We're talking
oh.
about cold weather. He just said they make sleeping bag clothes.
I'm gonna need to buy some of those. Yeah, throw that up there. I want to see what it is so I know what I'm getting.
Hold
And
on, because I just did it on my phone. So let me open it here on the computer.
anyone who doesn't know, it snowed in Florida yesterday. Close to me. Too close for comfort. We don't have plow machines. We don't have salt. Well, we do have salt machines. Salt shakers. We got drink shakers.
I gotta shrink this
Oh,
lady so you can see her whole body.
isn't
Look at
that
this.
a snowsuit? Isn't that like a toddler kid snowsuit but for adults?
Yeah, but it's not snowsuit material. It is a wearable sleeping bag plus jacket. It has uh, a mid body zipper, giving you flexibility for indoor and outdoor use. Oh, now you can answer nature's call without breaking a sweat, or better yet, rock the top as a standalone jacket that's as cool as it is comfortable. I would rather unzip my entire pants off my body than wear those pants that we looked at. Was it was 2 weeks ago where you're,
Yep. Nope.
yeah, like I said, I'll just unzip my pants for my outfit. Yeah, I don't know how it's different than a snowsuit, but it's a wearable sleeping bag. This is what I need for the basement, man.
It's cute. It just reminds me of the snowsuits you put on little kids. I had a snowsuit that looked like that. It's in that shade of pink. Little inside of the hood, you can see the ruffle of pink. I had that shade of pink with blue triangles, blue and teal triangles on. It's very 80s.
Okay, here's a review. Pros: very lightweight and warm, can be worn with top and bottom zipped together like a snowsuit, or unzip the pants and wear the top as a jacket. Water repellent, easy to zip together or apart. Both pieces have pockets. Comfortable to wear, easy to move around in, not too bulky. Roomy enough for easy layering over regular clothes. High quality materials, well made, Seams are neatly finished with reinforced corners and edges. Cons, none.
You know what? It's a fucking snowsuit. I don't know why they're calling it a wearable sleeping bag. It's a snowsuit.
Okay, hold on.
It's
This
a snowsuit that the
I
can't zip off and turn it into a snow jacket, but that's a snowsuit, man.
why will it not let me save this picture? Hold on.
It's like I bet if you pull up the benefits of a snowsuit,
Okay.
it'd probably tell you the same thing. Pockets, layers over clothes perfectly.
So this one's definitely a wearable sleeping
That's
bag. Look at
like
this.
a sleeping bag. That looks like a wearable sleeping bag. That's like a snuggie wooden, yeah, sleeping bag form.
Man.
I feel like the zipper is a bit much though. Take the zipper out. I'd take the zipper off and sew it shut. Flip it on and off.
Here's one. A wearable battery heated sleeping bag with long sleeves. These people are comfortable in this thing, I have to say. Maybe I need to invest in one of these bad boys. Although they don't make one that's, that has the pizza motif. So that's really the drawback for it. Because I will not be as stylish as I am right now with the pizza.
Definitely need pizza. Can't not have pizza.
We have another one. I just opened the pizza because this was the one I found first. We also have a garlic bread one. Perry's aunt got them for us because she has these and she's got like tons of different patterns. And as a gift, she got them for us. She was asking me random questions one day about what we like, and I don't even remember what I told her. But then she ended up buying us the pizza and the garlic bread. I'm like, okay, this is funny.
That's great. I have
Yeah,
strawberries. I have a pink one with strawberries on it. Apparently the skeletons are trying to sneak out anyway. It doesn't matter what I do.
they're just like, hey, I hear this party. Let me in.
I'm gonna have to
I'll
do
put me in
something
the
different.
corner.
My New Year's resolution is to find them a different home, out of my way. Before anyone goes, yeah, you could just put them in the garage. Yeah, the heat destroys the plastic quick. So throwing them out in the garage all year. I mean, it's doable, but it'll just make them break quicker. And I've already got some of them for 10 years, and they are not happy. Not at all. I have one being held together with just few washers, actually. I threw in some washers.
So you're like, Dreadpool, we need to move. We need an 8-bedroom house. What do we need so many bedrooms for? The skeletons.
They need their own room.
Yeah.
I already decided that I tried to not buy any more this last season. I was like, I'm not buying any more until I figure out where to put these guys. So I'm tired of having them around my house. Honestly. It matches the motif, but it's a bit much when you're trying to find somewhere to sit 12 skeletons.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
That's
So I was like, I'm not buying any more. And then I bought a giant gargoyle one because I don't know.
why
I thought
not?
it was cool and was like, I need this in my life, but I stopped at buying a second one. Yeah, it's like I am not buying it a friend right now.
Progress. Baby steps.
Listen, it is progress for me because normally I buy them all in pairs. I don't know why my thought process is like, oh, if something happens, I'll have a spare.
Dreadpool says they need their own house.
The decorations, yeah, I need to be careful what props I decide to make this year because I'm running out of space everywhere. I have a lot of stuff in a trailer, and the trailer's getting a little full.
Yeah.
Hence why the skeletons are.
So I didn't look at the calendar to see if this was true, but are there 4 Friday the 13th this year?
No idea. I don't know.
Well, there's
I
a
feel like
Friday the 13th in 2 weeks.
About the only thing I can tell you that I do on the Friday the 13th is I watch Friday the 13th, or at
Oh,
least one of them.
3.
Um,
February, March, and November. The next time that you're going to have 3 a year is in 2037.
I just wish they'd have one in October. 'Cause that's a Friday the 13th
Yeah.
to actually do something.
No, but isn't Halloween on a Saturday this year? Yes, it's on a Saturday,
Yeah, it was on a Friday last year.
which is
I had to
nice
think.
that it's on a weekend. Hell yeah. It's never too early to prepare. Is your mom going to come back and haunt Death Dealer with the funny shaped steaks on her birthday?
Oh, good lord. That woman. I swear. Even after she's gone, she still has to find a way to screw with me.
It is. We potentially are going to meet on Friday the 13th. I don't know. We haven't finalized our plans yet. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully we get a meet up. I don't want
Great.
to pull a Fred. No, it wouldn't be the 13th because it would be this weekend.
Yeah. This weekend, because
Yeah.
yeah, 13th, the next weekend, going to a Valentine's Day haunted trail.
Nice.
Because it's that time of the year. I wish more people would do Valentine's Day haunted trails because I
Yeah.
feel like a heart holiday is the perfect holiday to have a bunch of
Yeah.
psychopaths running around a trail with hearts going, oh my gosh.
I think it would be fun. I never pay attention. I don't think anyone around us has Valentine. Probably just because the weather up here is why we don't do it year round.
Inside. Do it in a building. Listen, I did a haunted house one time in a cabin, in a one-bedroom cabin that had a table with it's a 8-person dining table that was bolted into the floor into the wall, so you couldn't move that.
Hmm.
And I want to say 6 sets of bunk beds that were nailed down and screwed down, so you couldn't move those.
Okay.
And we did 4 rooms, 3 hallways. So anything's possible if you give it enough thought. You just really need to plan it out. And be good at math. I hope you're good at math. That helps, laying out the plans.
Yeah.
I just do it inside.
Well, they have like the one place they talk about it's like the nationally known place. They do like a winter thing where you drive your car through. They could even do some sort of like haunted drive your car through thing. But
Yeah,
never.
I've never been to one of those. I have never been to a drive-through haunted trail thing before. I've wanted to. I've been asked to be a part of them. I just never actually have visited one
Yeah.
myself. It was never they've never run them nights that I was able to go. And then the few times they have, like actually I should say the one time they did do it on a night I was able to go, I was like, I'm not doing anything. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want
Yeah.
to see anything. The last thing I want to hear tonight is anything about murder, or sometimes it gets to be a bit much. You get
Yeah.
tired after a minute. You just happen to be tired.
Dreadpool says, fuck drive through haunts, they're not safe. Not safe for
I
the people or for the drivers.
I don't think they're safe. We don't think they're safe for the actors. I We feel like there's too many variables that can go wrong. We've discussed
Yeah.
them before. 'Cause like I said, we were asked to work them. So we actually sat down and did an open discussion about it. Mom and I don't just I mean, yeah, there's a lot of times she and I will just make decisions and everyone just kinda has to go along with it or they don't. There's sometimes we do have open discussions like, "Hey, this is kinda what we're thinking of doing. What do you"
Mhm.
anytime we would change places, we have a discussion of, "Hey, we're thinking of going over here this year. What do you guys think?" And that was something we did. Breaking the ideas down and thinking because anytime before I because my family it's my family,
Yeah.
I always think of the worst case scenarios. Anything that can go wrong, I wanna plan ahead for it. I hope nothing ever does go wrong, but if something does, I don't wanna be like, one of those tragedies where, "Oh, there was no evacuation plan and half the
Yeah.
people died in a fire." That's not gonna be us, thank you anyway. So I make plans and think of anything that can go wrong. And when we were discussing drive-through haunts, multiple times the idea of what if the person driving gets startled, God forbid their foot hits that gas instead of the
Good
brake
point.
and they charge forward, or God forbid the person have a panic attack and just shut down. You know what I mean? Like, and we're talking about a half you know what I mean? Vehicles are not small, they're not
Yeah.
light. You're talking about a 1,500-pound vehicle charging at mm, I'd rather not. They're
Yeah.
much safer. There's already the variable that someone could deck you. You know what I mean? There's my niece got run over one time, literally, not by a car, by a person. She was
Mhm.
standing in front of them, startled them, and their
Took off.
flight took off, and they literally ran right at her and just kind of plowed over. I mean, there's a reason we have rules in place. She did it. It was her own fault.
Yeah.
Obviously she's fine. We made sure she was fine, but afterwards it was like a "we told you so" type scenario. Um, Tough love the way we do things. But, yeah, no, I feel like with drive-through haunts, too many things can go wrong.
Mhm.
And what if someone does assault you from the car? Well, on a regular trail, finding that person to report them to security can be a pain in the ass because oftentimes you're not staying with that person because you're going to find security, so you're going to lose track of them, right? While walking, you have a much better shot of finding them because you know where they're going to end up eventually. And obviously, you would know where they would end up with the car, but can you get to the end of it before that car does?
Yeah.
You know? So, not to mention, I also thought of the variable of what's stopping someone from jumping out of the car and just causing chaos and being disruptive. You know what I mean? Like, too many can go wrong. So, I won't work them for that reason. Other people, that is fine. Probably another reason I haven't been to one either because I didn't think they were great ideas. I
Yeah.
feel and I have actually there was an incident 2 years ago, I think it was. Someone did get startled doing one of those drive-through haunts, and there was a pickup truck in front of them with a couple of girls on the back of the truck, some of which had their legs dangling off the bed of the truck. They were sitting with
Um,
the
yep.
tailgate
Tailgate down.
down, and they were sitting on the tailgate with their legs dangling off the side. Unfortunately, one girl lost her legs. So, I mean, and that's kind of my biggest concern is,
Yeah.
I'd hate for someone to be pinned in between that car and the tree.
Makes
So,
sense. I never even thought about it, but yeah. And so now that makes me. I wonder when they do like the the winter one. Are there people out there doing things, or is the winter thing just lights and animatronics and decorations? We haven't gone, so I didn't really look into it. But now I kind of wonder.
I would imagine unless it specifically states that it's like a haunted Christmas trail, it's most likely just lights and I mean, if there are people walking around, excuse me, they're not going to jump out to startle you oftentimes. Like, I know at one of the places we worked at, they specifically did not want us jump scaring people because they didn't
Yeah.
want them falling off of the vehicles, and they were worried that if we jump scared them, Because, like I said, most people fight or flight kicks in. You'd be surprised at how many people want to like back up at first before they're registering what's going on.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, you can fall out of vehicles, fall into I've had people fall through walls. I've had people run face first into trees. Yeah, it's interesting. Everyone's always a little different, but slightly the same. I'll never forget the night I watched I was so grateful that my wall held. I couldn't believe it actually didn't break. I thought it for sure it was coming down. I watched this group of teenagers come through and get startled, and they ran right into my wall, and they ran and then fell into my wall.
Gosh.
And all I see from because I'm listening and I'm kind of watching where they're walking. I can tell where they're at. So I'm kind of watching. And the next thing you know, all I see is my entire wall just bounce in about 5 feet, hit the ground, and then
Gosh.
snap right back up. They fell, hit the ground with the wall and everything. Took the wall with it.
Yeah.
The whole wall just bent like it was a rubber band. I was impressed. And they got up. I was impressed with how quick they got up. I thought they were gonna be a minute. I thought that wall for sure
You
they
just
were gonna
pop right
break.
back up.
And it was like David had jumped on a trampoline. I'm wondering if the wall helped. But they just went bink right back up, and I just stood there and went, wow, that was cool. Do it again, do it again.
That's funny. I like that they just pop right back up.
Like I was impressed because I've had other people come through and hit a wall, not even half as hard, and they've taken the whole wall down. Just and they get more freaked out because they're now caught up in pieces of a wall. And yeah, it's always great
Yeah.
going. You hold still 1 second. Just stop moving. Hold on 1 minute. My favorite are the ones that freak out so much, and you're just like, I'm not even doing anything
Yeah.
yet. Relax, calm down. One girl
They're
was
just scared
crying.
by being there. Just
Mhm.
existing is scary.
Yeah, yeah. Or the parents that insist their kids will be okay, but
But
then
yeah.
as they're walking through, they'll ask me, "Is this gonna be too scary for my kids?"
Yeah. Like, I never met your kid. I don't know.
No, I don't know you, lady.
Oh.
Do I look like I know your kids? I mean, I pissed one lady off because she was so adamant in asking me if I thought her kids were gonna be scared, and her kids were young too, so I kinda thought they might be a little too young for it anyway.
Mhm.
But you never know. Some kids love this shit. So I was like,
Yeah.
I just kept telling her, like, I don't know. You know your kids best. Like, whatever you think. I mean, the worst case scenario, they're going to be unhappy and they might have nightmares. Like, that's about all you're going to deal with. Or you might have to explain a few things later. Like, I don't know. That's up to you if you want to take the chance. And she kept asking me and harping on it and harping on it. It was before she even got on the trail. I happened to be at the front to help out the person who was doing our gate. And eventually I turned around and looked at her. I was like, I'll tell you in a second. And I turned and looked at the kids. I was like, hey, kids, like, are you guys afraid of the dark? Yeah. One's yes, one's no. Okay, cool, cool. Loud noises worry you? One yes, one no. Okay, okay, okay. How about gross things? Bodies being ripped open, people opting to tell you they're going to cut you to little itty bitty pieces and stuff you in a box. Does that worry you? Someone threatening to eat you alive, does that worry you? And of course, at that moment, they're both like, "Ugh." And I just looked at her. I was like, yeah, I think it's gonna be too scary for your kids. Sorry, lady. She was not happy. She's like, you didn't have to do all that. I was like, I don't know your fucking kids. I don't
Yeah.
know you, and I don't care. This is not my problem.
But it's so weird. She's like, "Oh, you have to do all that." Because don't you think she'd be happy that like she didn't then go through and have her kids be terrified?
What kills me the most is we always have a warning sign out front that specifically states low lighting, loud noises, graphic effects,
Mhm.
something's not meant for, children under a certain age, parental discretion advised, violence. Like all these things are listed. All
Yeah.
of them are listed. There's even a possibility of foul language. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Why are you asking me these questions? Like, especially this year, my favorite. I had so much fog going the whole season. You could see it. Ages. It looked like a section of the property did not have lights on. We thought they lost power.
But it was just so much fog.
It was just so much fog, we couldn't see them. So when I got out and looked at it from a different angle, I could see that above my whole trail, it was just like, it looked like Willie Nelson, Smokey from Friday, and Snoop Dogg were having a jam session. Like, just smoke as far as the eye can see. People would ask me, well, how much smoke are we talking when you say it's going to have excessive fog? Fucking what?
An excessive amount. Like, what do you want me to tell you?
Do you not know what excessive means? Do
Yeah.
you Google it, man? There's find a dictionary, my guy. Like at
Yeah,
any
and
point
like
in time.
the word excessive, that's all you need to know. It's not like fog present because then you could be like, okay, well, how much fog? Like you are making sure to say it's excessive.
It said excessive fog and extremely low lighting. Do you know the most complaints I had was it's really smoky and dark in here. Can't see very well. No
And
fucking shit,
yeah.
Sherlock. You don't say, Captain Obvious. Holy cow, my guy. I never would have known. Thank you for pointing it out to me. I never would have known that.
Yeah.
Never would have known.
Oh
Had
god,
to
I
be
think we'll
like,
have to make a sign to warn people.
yeah, one guy came through and he was like, you need to have more lighting. I was like, you can fuck off. Ew. How about ew? One of the guys that worked on the property comes over and he was like, I think you should turn the fog machines down. I think it's a bit excessive. I was like, did you miss the sign outside that said excessive
Yeah.
fog? He's like, still, you should turn it down. And I'm like, how about no?
How about no thank you?
Ew. And then I got here, I had someone come through, a couple people with asthma. I'm gonna have an asthma attack. It's gonna trigger my asthma. I was like, I'm gonna stop you right there. Stop. Let's have a quick chat with the scary lady real quick, shall we, kids? So everyone out there, you're gonna learn something too that you probably didn't know. Breathing problems and fog machines often aren't an issue. Here's why. Most people use water based fog machines, which is what I use. I use water based fog machines.
Mhm.
That means there's no oil in my fog machine. Okay. Which means essentially what my fog machines are pushing out is vaporized water and jello. You're inhaling jello.
Yeah.
Okay. Very thin particles of jello. Do you know what your body, in particular, what your lungs will do if you inhale just a little bit of jello over a little time? It absorbs it. It does not damage your lungs. It doesn't stay in your lungs and help you get pneumonia or anything like that. Now, if you're standing in it for 8 hours a day in an enclosed space for, 2 weeks straight, then yeah, I wouldn't recommend laying around and doing nothing because yeah, you might get pneumonia. Just like if you vape and don't do anything, you can get pneumonia. Um, but yeah, your body will absorb it. And no, it doesn't mess with your asthma, bronchitis, uh, CPD, yeah, CP, whatever it is. But yeah, there's a lot of breathing issues it doesn't affect at all in the least bit. So
Can we go back?
oil-based fog machines do.
Can we go back to Jello?
Mhm.
Why is there Jello in a fog machine?
It's actually
You can't just say that and act like it's like, oh yeah, no big deal, just Jello.
well, it really isn't a big deal. Um, the gelatin in it actually makes the fog stick around a little longer. It makes it more noticeable. It's basically like a thickening agent for the fog itself.
So
It's
can
just
you
to make the fog thicker.
do you just use regular plain gelatin or like
Oh, oh God, no, 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 no,
if you
no.
like do
You
you
can
pick
make your own though. Yeah.
Like, are you putting like a packet of Jello in there? Like, I don't
Um,
understand. And like, is this
no,
colored? Is it clear? Is it?
no, it's clear. It's clear,
Could
Jello.
you put?
It's just the gelatin. Not even. It's I have a bottle in the other room. I have to go look at it. Um, it's just the component that makes the Jello jiggly, and it just
Okay.
to help. It's to thicken the water after it vaporizes it and spits it
Okay.
out. It's completely safe because it is Jello, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't have a smell. Actually, it's not what you would. It does have a smell, but it's not what you would think fog juice would smell like. It doesn't
Mhm.
smell like candy or sugar or anything like that. You can get scents for. I use scents in mine because I don't like the way plain fog juice smells. I think it kind of smells musty almost. But that's just me, my opinion. Some people say it smells like plastic. Some say it smells like burning water. It just depends on the person, I think. But it's just to thicken it up a little bit, and it's not as much as you would think. The solution is like I want to say 20% glycerin, 80% water. So it's not enough to where
Okay. See, when you
it would
said
be noticed.
Jello, I was
Yeah.
thinking like Jello packets, and I was like, "What is this?" Yeah, Steve Mack said, "Why does this fog taste like red Kool-Aid?"
Yeah. I mean, truth be told, I wouldn't recommend it, but you could drink fog solution, technically speaking, which is also why it's extremely safe and your body absorbs it. Again, though, this is water based. There is oil based fog machines and fog juice, and that's something entirely different. And those can actually trigger asthma attacks and breathing
Okay.
problems and things. But there's kind of a set of checks you have to make in order for that to happen. It has to be like an enclosed space. It has to be running an awful lot. You have to be standing there for a while. It's a lot of DJs use them in clubs and things. They don't
Hmm.
go. The fog stays around longer than your water-based fog machines, but again, I'm standing in mine for like 4 hours. I
Yeah.
don't want anything I have to be worried about. So
Yeah.
I'll take my Jello and water, thank you. Not to mention the oil-based ones leave a film of oil on everything. Just imagine a nice dewy night. That's what your fog machines will kinda leave behind after using them for a couple of hours on everything. It's just
Yeah.
everything it's been a very humid night pretty much. You got your oil base, everything's slick with oil. If it's just a regular fog machine, it's a little slippery, but it's kinda like, it'll dry after a while.
Mhm.
It'll dry after a while to go away. Just feels kinda soapy. It feels like sticky soap if you're touching it and then touching other things.
See, everyone came today. They didn't know they'd be learning something. They had no clue. It's an educational show.
I'm here to help.
Everyone's like, "Okay, gotta go get my fog machine and test this out now."
Listen, I didn't realize you would think I would know this. I've had them for so many years. I never knew that you weren't supposed to use fog machines inside a house that's not being ventilated, like windows or doors open. I tested all my new fog machines in the house.
Is it just because the moisture is trapped inside?
Pretty much, and, some of them can depending on how sensitive your smoke alarm is, it can set off your smoke alarm.
Mm.
Um, didn't set off mine, so we're good there, but mine's not that good. It's gotten used to my burning food over the years, it's not that weak.
Oh.
Like, "Oh, we smell a little smoke, she's just making chicken, it's fine." Um, but, yeah, you're in the film, it leaves, like, a nice film on things. Yeah, you're not supposed to. But again, I never knew that, and I was using them because I needed to test them out. I wanted to run through their settings before I brought them out to use them for
Yeah.
a full night, and I got yelled at for it. I was like, what do you mean I'm doing it wrong? You're supposed to do it outside. And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's just water based. It'll be all right. And they're like, yeah, no, you told me it's in the directions. When have I ever needed to read the directions for a
Yeah.
fog machine? You pour the juice in the little hole, turn it on, and walk away. What the fuck am I reading
Yeah.
directions
What
for? How
directions
to
do you
turn the
need?
switch on?
Apparently, you read the directions to find out not to do it inside.
To be fair, it actually says it on the box now.
So they've realized that most people don't read the directions.
Listen, I can go grab one of my fog machines and show you exactly what most basic models look like. It is a box with a little hole and a cap, okay, and then a button, usually a flip
Hmm.
switch button. The fuck are you reading directions on exactly?
Yeah.
Unless you have a problem with the machine itself not working for some reason, what exactly are we reading directions for? How much fluid to pour in? Pour enough in so it doesn't overflow. How about that? How do you turn it on? I don't know, the fucking on and off. This says on and off. Let me try that.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was a good guess.
uh, don't overexert power. Well, good news. If I try to do that, it's just gonna flip the breaker. So trial and error, motherfuckers. I've never tested the wattage of how much wattage I use. I've never done the math to see. Well, actually, that's not true. I have done the math to see how much wattage I use before, but that was to have an argument. That wasn't to know or plan out. That was to win an argument.
Yeah, I was gonna say you had to win. You had to prove something.
I was mad. Being told that I had all the power I needed, and I was like, I don't think you understand what I need, and you fools okayed in the first place for you to turn around and go, I think you have enough. Like trying to tell someone, oh, you have a budget of $500, and then turning around getting pissed when they spend the $500. It's like,
Yeah.
that. No. Are we talking high school biology, or are we talking like
College courses.
biology? Or we just because they're actually like biology, believe it or not.
In high school biology, we got that little strip of paper that you put in your tongue to see if you're a taster or non-taster because it tastes disgusting. Yeah, I didn't taste it. And then I was like, wait, am I really a non-taster or do I have like a bum piece of paper or something? So I totally like got my friend to like take a like little lick and she was like, "Okay, that's disgusting." And then I had like 3 of them on my tongue at once. Didn't taste it at all. So I'm a non-taster.
Oh
What
wait,
I remember from biology. That and dissecting a frog.
I wonder if your taste buds have changed though since then. You might have gotten a little more sensitive.
I
I
wonder,
wonder.
but without going back to high school biology, how would I get that strip? I mean, you could probably order
What?
them on
No,
Amazon or something, but
no, well, I don't even think.
I want to.
I wonder. Switch games. The little cartridge of Switch games that has that bitter shit on there. It tastes terrible.
Oh, I definitely I tasted I've licked the Switch cartridge. That's gross.
So maybe the taste buds should change. I don't know if that's the same thing or not, though. I don't know.
Oh yeah, see, I could go on Amazon. Although why would I want to spend money on this? It's a PTC paper. Look at this. For $5, I can get a vial of 100 of these little strips of paper.
Voting. Too fun.
Can you imagine I go around telling everybody I know, please taste this, please taste this. Does this taste gross to you? Put this on your tongue.
Not even gonna lie, I've had people tell me to take something and the next words out of their mouth is, "Tell me if it's as gross for you as it is." It's like, "I'm not fucking trying this. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get away from me." Oh, no. Goodness.
Oh, DJ skipped a lab.
Knowing.
Hey, a D is still passing.
Technically it is.
I mean, everyone wants to do good, but sometimes you just have to accept your fate and just take the D and be happy that you don't have to repeat a course. I speak from experience, obviously. And the professor said to me, "You got a D. I'll see you next year when you repeat this." And I said, "No, you won't, because trust me, I already looked into it beforehand because I knew I was getting a D. I knew that there was no way I was getting any better. I was actually hoping I didn't get an F. So I got the D. I was happy. I moved on with life." Yeah.
That's good.
Then that class was amazing too because the lab got canceled because they found mercury in the building, so we couldn't keep going into the lab. So I just automatically passed it. It's pretty sweet.
We found asbestos at one of my schools one time, and they moved us all out into a portable. That was their solution, was putting us
Yeah.
in portable. It only took them like 20, 20 or so years for them to actually tear the building down and make a new, new one so the kids aren't in
Quick
portables.
work.
Yeah, the temporary portables ended up being over, lasting well over
Yeah.
10 years.
Permanent portables.
God, I love the schools, man. I don't know what it was with the 90s. Every school, it seemed, put in portables. Every friggin' school had portables.
Okay, speaking of the 90s, um, we're 2 episodes in. There is a show right now, a documentary on Hulu about daytime talk shows from the 90s. It's good. And they've got Maury, who Maury's like my favorite. Um, Maury's on there. They got Sally, um, Lisa, Montel. Like all these people are part of the people who are talking about it, but they're going through all the daytime talk shows. It is amazing. So the end of episode 2, I mean, obviously, they're going to talk about it, so I'm not spoiling anything. Um, about the Jenny Jones show with the murder that happened afterwards,
The
and then
gay murder.
how things changed after that. So that's where we left off at the end of episode 2. So we gotta finish it. It's pretty good though, and it's just the 90s were pretty fun.
Talk about whatever. I can't. I actually haven't thought about this in ages. I don't remember what happened with the guy that did the murder. I don't remember if he went. I'm pretty sure he ended up going to prison, but I can't remember.
Yes, so they didn't say how long he went to prison for, but he was convicted, I think not on the top charge, but on the second charge.
Yeah, because he wasn't. He didn't get extra charges for planning it out that much. And there was that whole thing was kind of weird. If I remember, the guy said the gay guy kind of stalked him and
So
anything
he was charged with first degree murder and he was found guilty of second degree murder. So does it say? Oh, he was okay. So he was sentenced to 25 to 50 years in prison. Oh wow. His conviction was overturned on appeal. Upon retrial, he was found guilty of the same charge once again and his sentence was reinstated. He was released on August 22nd, 2017 after being granted parole. Okay, so the dude's already out on parole.
I can't imagine why she particularly thought it was a good idea to have that particular subject on national television like that.
Ratings, shock value.
Bad decision. It's
Well,
like that one.
Well, it's interesting because some of the people that they're talking to are producers of these shows, or they were producers of these shows. So it's interesting to hear their commentary on all of this.
I'm wondering why nobody ever made a bigger deal out of tying the, the guy and the two women that, well, the husband who murdered his wife, ex-wife, soon to be ex-wife. I can't remember. They were on Jerry Springer together. And that whole thing was just weird as all get out. They were on the Jerry Springer show. The husband had brought the wife on because they had like an on and off relationship, I guess, toxic as hell. And he was seeing another woman that knew his wife, and this other woman like despised the wife and made it out to be like, I've got him, leave him alone, stop bothering us, whatever. And on the show, because I remember watching it, the woman was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, she wasn't feeling it. She wasn't making an ass
Yeah.
out of herself on television. She was just like, okay, whatever. Like, that's not what you told me, but whatever. And they ended up going home. I can't remember how long after they got back from the show. It was a little while after the show, though. The husband ended up killing the wife at the
Wow.
behest, and the girlfriend like encouraged him. And when they got caught, they said it was because the wife was stalking him and harassing him, and like it was just this whole big mess. Turned out, I'm pretty sure if I can recall correctly, the husband was just nuts, and they wanted life insurance money or something like that. Like they had been
Mhm.
using her, he had been using her pretty much the whole relationship.
Yeah.
That was pretty much, she was like an ATM, I guess, for him. So yeah,
Well,
he ended up
well,
going to prison for life.
well. I think I wonder what kind of stuff we're going to get into in this third episode because they are going to talk about how after the Jenny Jones thing, then all the other talk shows kind of became less sensational, but Jerry Springer became more sensational. So I think we're going to talk about I'm involved in this that they're going to talk about some of this stuff. So I don't know, but it's all from like 90s daytime talk shows, and it's amazing so far. 2 episodes in, it's gonna be one more episode left, but it's good.
Dreadpool, Judge Judy, bailiff isn't brought into that usually because Judge Judy's show was already canceled, I think, by the time
What
the
her bailiff
bailiff.
do?
He killed his wife.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay then.
yeah, yeah. And what's crazy, here's video on YouTube, I think. I'm pretty sure. Um, there's video of a case that Judge Judy had on. It was a divorce proceeding, and the husband makes some kind of joke about getting tired of his wife or something, and he looks at the bailiff and he's like, you know what I'm saying, right? Something about getting mad at his wife or something
Yeah.
along that line. And the bailiff just kind of like stood there in shock for a second, and like real nonchalant, he was just like, no, no, I love my wife, I would never.
Nope, you got tired of her.
Apparently you thought wrong, yeah. I don't know what happened
Yeah.
between then and now, but yeah, no, he was arrested for murdering his wife.
Jeez. All right, gotta look
Yeah,
that one up.
yeah, yeah. You'll have to look up. I think pretty sure you can find it under like Judge Judy's bailiff at that. Like irony, or probably throw in the word irony or ironic or something
Yeah.
like that. Because like I said, he makes the comment on the show about how he loves his wife and this, that, and the other thing, and then like whoever made some of them, they like spliced together with the news
Yeah.
release of him getting arrested for murdering her. It's like, oh shit, bit harsh, bit harsh.
All right. Well, I keep yawning. I'm tired. I have to go to bed. I can't take it. Like I said, I stayed up late one night and I'm toast.
Fine, you need naps in your life.
I do.
Tomorrow, take a nap under your desk. It's gonna be
Well,
cold
it's all
again.
right. Wednesday, I took the day off of work just so I could like pack, do any last minute errands. I only have to go for 2 days. I got 2 days. I got to make it through, and then I can sleep in, and then on it's vacation time. So hell yeah, gonna be a good
This is
week.
where I was saying beforehand, like, oh, you're about to come enjoy no snow. I can't really guarantee that now. It'll be warmer than it is there.
Yeah,
It'll be warmer here than it is there.
even if it's still cold, I'll be prepared because yeah, it'll be warmer than here, so I'm ready for it.
The hope, and they've got heaters full blast on the cruise ship. I hope they got heated floors, man. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That idea. Someone needs to look into that. Get a cruise ship going with heated floors.
Well, we're going down in the Caribbean, so it'll be warm. Yeah, I'm pumped.
Can I go with you?
Next week I won't be here because I'll be over the ocean.
Yeah, enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'll just be causing chaos unsupervised.
Well, next week's a Super Bowl too, so hopefully you'll be eating snacks.
Yeah, I haven't watched the Super Bowl in ages. I used to watch the commercials, but a lot of them just have lost their lackluster, you know?
Yeah. The
Not
next
the
day
same.
you can watch just the commercials. I don't watch a Super Bowl either. I just eat snacks.
I feel like the halftime shows, I mean, don't get me wrong, in several years there have been some really good ones in between,
Yeah.
but I feel oftentimes they're like too much of a spectacle. And
Yeah.
as someone who's worked in theater, we're dealing with live performances. I don't know. I feel like sometimes the bigger the setup is, the more I can guarantee you're not singing, rapping, talking, playing an instrument.
Yeah.
You're dancing, and that's about it. 'Cause
Even when it's an artist I like, a lot of times I'm like, okay, well that sucked. I don't like the concept of because I don't even know how long the halftime show is. It's really not that long, but they try to fit in as many songs as they can, so you get like snippets of a gazillion songs, and it very rarely works because it ends up being too short. And it's like I would rather you sing fewer songs to get a little bit more. I don't know. That's my opinion. But
I agree. I agree.
the last Super Bowl I liked is when the halftime show is when they had Eminem, Dre, 50, not
They
even
played most of
like
their
500.
songs, though. I mean, they each had like part of the song
He
in that.
did, but I thought I don't know. Maybe it's just nostalgia too. But like when that piano hit, and Drake came out. I mean, like you just heard the whole crowd went crazy. Even people who don't like rap, like that was just brings you back to growing up in the '90s, and I think people liked it and it was fun and yeah,
Well, I mean, I think the song was a little bit longer too. I mean, kind of like when Prince did the halftime show, his was really good, and he
yeah,
played almost the whole song for each whatever songs he was singing. It was almost, you know what I mean? It was a good
yeah,
fraction of the song, and it wasn't that he didn't do flashy. He absolutely did do flashy, but it wasn't. Katy Perry did too much. Let's be
yeah,
honest and call it what it is. Katy Perry did way too much. I still, to this day, don't understand what the fuck the lion was about. Why did we have a giant ugly transformer that from Egypt walking around? I don't know. The fuck does it have to do with girl power and fireworks and what?
yeah.
I don't know. Did it look cool? Maybe.
Debatable.
It's debatable. Debatable. Was it terrible? It'd be nice and say no. No. But it is wild to think that she paid money for that.
Yeah,
Then again, if you've seen any parts of the last concert she did, you kind of go, well, I guess we kind of knew this was coming.
yeah. Like I said, I don't care at all about the Super Bowl. I care about snacks. So
Snacks,
that's
commercials, and that's about it anymore. I don't even know who's doing the halftime this year.
I don't know. I'll be out floating over the ocean eating snacks. So that's what's important. So
Literally,
we won't be here
Super
next
Bowl
week.
party. Have them bring you all the foods.
Hell yeah, I'm ready to go. But yeah,
Tell
but I
whoever
have to go to bed. I have to be a loser and call it quits.
makes perfect sense because you've been on a while anyway, and it's getting late. I should probably get ready to, I don't know, check to make sure things aren't frozen outside. All right.
Well, thanks for hanging out. We had a great chat tonight. And we were educational. We all learned something new. We all learned you could put charcoalberry fin in your fog machine.
Yes, very educational, very educational. We'll discuss scent and the taste of it later.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh,
all right, everybody. Well, have a good week, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. And, if you see Pink out and about, tell her to enjoy herself, or just wave and keep walking.
yeah, don't touch me. Just wave.
Oh, that's great.
Don't try to shake my hand. It's not happening.
Just do the head nod when you walk.
Yeah. Hey.
Have a good night, everybody. Have a good week, and we'll see you guys again in a couple of weeks.
All right. Bye.
Bye.